the train, Dontrelle Willis, my man. I've been after you from back in the day, brother, in Miami. How you been, brother? How's life treating you, man?
I'm blessed. Calling the Apple TV game tonight. I do Fox Sports. I do Dodger baseball. So
That's good.
I'm a man of many hats, and I'm thankful that I still could be a part of the game and get to come back to this beautiful stadium, and especially new Yankee Stadium. But look to see good two ball clubs go at it.
You know, every time that we used to look at you, and one of the things that you always used to impress me was that you used to be aggressive on that mound, man. Every time you took that mound, we knew what we were going to get, and it was 120% day in and day out. Today's pitchers, they're not as aggressive as, let's say, what you were. Why do you think that happened?
Well, I think they are. I just think that the style of play is different now. Like, you have more guys coming out of the bullpen that throw 100 miles an hour. So as far as the manager game, it shortens the game. So you don't see starters go as deep. They don't go 6, 7, 8 innings as consistently because the weapons are different. And when you have 5, 6 guys throwing out of the bullpen with that nasty stuff, sliders at 92 miles an hour, which are harder than my fastball, you tend to shorten the game up. And so it's just a bit of different style. But I think the effort level is there. I think the talent is there. It's just the mentality of starting what you finish what you started. As far as that is different on the mound.
And how much do you think that 100 pitch limit count has helped the career of baseball players in the long run? Because I'm saying to myself, man, if you know, I can imagine guys should take pride going 9.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, man, you should see him in the mound. Don't take me out. Go back to your dugout.
Right.
No, you don't see that.
Well, they don't really teach it in the minor leagues anymore, and that's something that's developed. I know when I got drafted by the Cubs, they were very prideful on starting, like, hey, this is your game. This is your game. So we're going to go out there where it's 100 pitches, whether you give eight runs or you go 8 innings, this is your game. So not only this builds your arm strength, but your leg strength. Now with the pitch clock coming back, you're going to see guys be more in tune with their cardio, more in tune with their legs, because that pitch clock is rapid fire. So I think just building themselves up strength-wise, core-wise, I think you're going to see guys be able to throw 100 pitches more.
I used to say, you know, once I saw the pitch clock with the pitches, I said, you know what, you're going to get a lot of pitches that are going to be tired by the third or the fourth inning, just simply because every 15 pitches you got to throw a ball 100 miles an hour.
Right.
You know, the new rules have not helped the pitches at all. I mean, I was saying to a friend of mine, look, man, I can't understand if you got 3 bases that are bigger, why can't they put a home plate a little bigger? You know? if you got that rule with the stick, with the stuff, batters could use it. How come the pitchers can't use it, man?
Well, you know, life ain't fair, especially with the pitchers being the aggressor. But I get where you're going with it, but I think Major League Baseball wanted to address an action and play problem. So if you make the plate bigger, there's going to be more strikes, less action. Guys are going to swing and miss more, so they just want the ball to be able to put in play. They want to see base running and steal. So you're seeing those numbers go up. The guys are running more. There's more action in play, and as you get tired, you miss with command. So guys are barreling baseball. So that's what I meant when I said guys are next year going to be more in tune to be stronger. And work with the pitch clock and give themselves more time, because sometimes on the pitch clock they'll throw at 8 seconds, where you still can hold it for another couple of seconds to give yourself more time. So it's all about this learning new rules and stuff and getting used to it. But I think the pitchers always have the edge as far as we have that weapon, and that's the baseball.
And you know, one of the things also that used to impress me about you is, man, you weren't afraid to come in.
No,
you used to, hey man, this is my turf. Don't you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, these guys are so strong. Like Stanton and Judge, you have to tie them up, because if they get extended, you see what they can do with that short porch and make this field.
It's like playing pepper.
Yeah, they can make it very, very small. And I love that the game has evolved, that guys have gotten stronger. And so you're seeing a lot of balls being hit you're seeing these balls are hit 100 miles an hour on a frequent basis. So you have to be able to establish the ball inside. And when I started struggling, I lost the feel of being able to throw the ball inside. And that's the difference.
Now, your mom, I know your mom was real special to you. You know, when things started on the decline. Yeah. What was she telling you?
Keep fighting. Keep fighting. This is all part of it. You know, keep fighting, keep God on your side, keep believing. And I worked all the way till the end, and then finally I just was like, my mental was just like, hey, I can't give it. I give it all I got. And so she was very proud of me. And then I was probably retired for like 9 days, and I went on television. So she's, you know, and it's the same mentality for her. You know what I mean? She's like, keep working hard, keep preparing yourself to go out there and be successful, regardless if it's you on the mound or you on TV. And I take those rule of thumbs for me on television right now.
The reason why I asked you that is because I spoke to Larry Holmes, and I always used to tell him, I said, you know, how come it's so hard for the boxers to retire? You used to see boxers
Right.
time. And he told me something that still till this day sticks out. He said to me, man, you know what? Listen, man, you retire when you're maybe 25, 26 years old, and that's the only thing you know how to do for the rest of your life. That's got to be the hardest thing for anybody to accept. Hey, man, I ain't got it no more.
The scariest 9 days of my life is when I retired, because I'm 33 years old. You know, I'm blessed. My kids are healthy. Everything is going well. But I didn't know what I had for myself as a human being and as a man. And so I thank God that I'm, you know, found a new career. This is my 9th season on television right now. I get to call games. I get to be in beautiful stadiums and get to still be around the game. So
you don't miss it.
No, I can't miss it because I'm still around it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of those boxers, do they get to have a commentating job and still, you know, talk about the things they love? So, you know, I'm not going to change anything. Everything happens for a reason. And I think God put this in me. He's like, hey, we got something bigger and better for you. So retired. It was retired, but I was only retired. I was only jobless for 9 days. And so, you know, that was a lot of watching Cops and different shows. And so I'm very thankful that I have this second gig going on.
I gotta tell you something, man. When you were making your comeback, man,
yeah,
I was pulling more.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Because I knew the effort and the time that every time you went on that mound, you were putting your heart.
Absolutely.
100%.
Nah.
So, you know, I want to tell you, man, you were an inspiration to me because of that. Now, another inspiration for you was VIDA Blue. Talk to me about VIDA Blue and what he meant to you, the late VIDA Blue.
A black ace, that's an African American that's won 20 games. There's only 15 of us. He wore 35. I wore 35. He had the high leg kick. You know, he was fun on the mound. He enjoyed it, but he was a competitor. You know, Dave Stewart was the same way. Dave Stewart is the reason why I picked up a baseball. And VIDA Blue, you know, is the reason why he picked up a baseball. So that's all about life, paying it forward for the next generation. And so when I talked to Nestor Cortez like I did today, he gave me a big hug, being from Miami. He said I inspired him. There's no monetary value for stuff like that. Right. So VIDA Blue was everything to us in Oakland, everything to us. And he was still involved in the community. You know, he still had a smile. He was still willing to talk to you about baseball and about pitching all day long. And that's something that this transcends into being a good human. And that's what it's all about.
Jimmy Rollins told me that he used to look up to Ricky, that Ricky was his man.
Yeah. And I grew up with Jimmy.
You could tell, hey, man, that it was important. Now, one of the things that's, you know, as a brother, you got to understand, why is it that we having less and less brothers playing baseball, and not only on a field, but on an executive level, managers? You know, we only have one or two managers that are managers.
It's an expensive game, and it's turned into the AAU club team, which is very expensive. My kids play that, and so a lot of us come from rec league, where you have $10 in a permission slip and you can play all summer. It's a totally different monster to be able to buy a $300 bat, a $200 glove, all that stuff. So clubs like the Players Alliance that CC Abati's a part of, Curtis Grandis and Edwin Jackson, they're giving away. And I think slowly but surely you're starting to see an uptick of African Americans starting to understand and appreciate the game, because it's such a regional sport. But you know, I think our stars are starting to reemerge and what have you, and really re-inspire.
Dontrelle, listen, man, it's an honor. You have no idea, brother, how much you've touched me in your career, man. And every pitch that you threw, bro, I was there with you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I'm telling you, man, every time you used to put that leg kick, I was like, man, inside, brother, inside.
I wish my mom was talking about it. She's like, boy, you terrible. But no, I really appreciate that, man.
And then you know what happens, man? You should throw inside, and then you should smile at something like think if you can hit that, baby.
I know, right? Thank you.
Listen, man, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, bro. And I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay,
everybody's good. Thank you.
Thank the Lord, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.